So, this second chapter describes three subject matters. Number one, abhidheya, bhakti, the process. Number two, prayojana, prema, Krishna prema. And number three, object of our worship, Lord Shri Krishna. What are the three subject matters that second chapter teaches? Number one, abhidheya. Number two, prayojana, prema, right? And number three, the object of worship, Shri Krishna. So, when there is an assembly, it's always a problem, like sometimes what to speak. Suppose now I don't have any problem because all the devotees have assembled, right? But in general assembly, there is a combination of Mayavadis, atheistic people, impersonalists, yogis, bhaktas, everybody, right? The speaker has a problem what to speak, right? So that is why Sutta Goswami, when he was asked, he saw various kinds of people in the assembly, right? So he thought, if I speak Sankhya philosophy, some people may like it. If I speak on Mimamsha, some people may like it. If I speak on Vedanta Sutra, some people may like it. If I speak on Upanishads, some people may like it. But I have to speak something which is acceptable to everybody, which is the best. Then he thought about it. Then he found out that he thought that Srimad Bhagavatam remained steady under all circumstances, and he Sukadev Goswami held the attention of all the people when he was speaking Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, right? So everybody liked the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is why he has decided to speak Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So so that is why in these two verses, second and third verses, he offered prayers to Sukadev Goswami, right? The Vedavyas Muni, actually, he divided Vedas, then he wrote Puranas, then he wrote Upanishads, so many. Then he gave each one one section of Vedas to one disciple, another section to another disciple. Mahabharata he gave like that. So he wanted a son who can teach Bhagavatam to everybody. Then he prayed to the Lord. Then Sukadev Goswami appeared in the womb. All of you know the story, right? How Sukadev Goswami, parrot, you know? Huh? What? No. How he entered the womb of? Everybody knows? All of you know? I don't have to repeat, right? So, Sukadev Goswami is a parrot of Srimati Radharani, right? So, Lord Shiva was teaching Bhagavatam to Parvati Devi, and then he said, because I close my eyes and I'll speak, so you keep saying "oo, oo, oo." Then Parvati Devi fell asleep, like Maharani Kayadu. Then Maharani Kayad, Prahlad Maharaj, but Sukadev Goswami in the parrot, he was saying "oo, oo, oo." Then Lord Shiva opened his eyes. He saw Parvati Devi sleeping very soundly. Then who is saying ooh? Then he found out that this parrot. Then he wanted to kill that parrot. Hare, without my permission you are listening to Bhagavatam. Then that parrot ran away. And then that time Vyasadeva was saying something to his wife. Then, she said like that. And then he, Sukadev Goswami parrot, entered the mouth of Vyasadeva's wife. So Vyasadeva asked Lord Shiva, what are you searching for? Aisa ho gaya. Then he said, if he has heard Bhagavatam, how can you kill him? So leave him like that. So Sukadev Goswami was a selfless soul right from the beginning. Then he stayed in the womb of his mother for 16 years. Then Vyasadeva went and requested Lord Krishna, please come and because he said, if I come out, Maya will capture me. Right? So Srila Prabhupada said, I have only one complaint with my disciples. What is that complaint? They are not afraid of Maya. Right? We are in the middle of Maya, playing with Maya, mobiles and internet. So then Sukadev Goswami, he didn't want to come out. Then Krishna came and assured Sukadev Goswami that Maya will not catch you. Like that. So, problem with us is we want to be caught by Maya. Right? Ada Krishna conscious, Ada Maya. We are afraid that Maya will leave us. So, as soon as he took birth, yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam. Right? Janmana jayate sudra. Samskare bhavet dvija. Vedapata vipra, then brahmajana brahmana. Right? All of us, when we are born, we are Sudras. Janmana jayate Sudra. So that is there are Dashavidha samskaras are there. Right? Vaishnava is in a higher stage of Brahmanical stage. So without undergoing any samskaras, without undergoing any vidhi vidhan, he just started walking away. Sukadev Goswami. Then Vyasadeva ran behind him, felt separation from him, his son, saying that, O son, O putreti, taravo, tanmayatayo, taravo yatarya. So, abhinedus. So he shouted, O son. Then all the trees also echoed, O son, replied. Right? So a very beautiful pastime has happened when Sukadev Goswami, he is a very handsome 16-year-old boy. So when he was without clothes, he was walking. So nearby the lake, some ladies are taking bath. So when they saw Sukadev Goswami walking by, they did not react. But when Vyasadeva was walking by, they immediately rushed to cover their bodies. Then Vyasadeva asked, Are, I am an old man, my son is a very young man, 16-year-old boy. When he is walking, you did not react, you did not cover yourself. But when I am walking, I am an old man, why are you covering yourself? Then they said, he is a Paramahamsa, he doesn't know the difference between man and woman, or external consciousness, he doesn't have external consciousness. But because you are a Grahastha, you have this differentiation between man and woman and all that. So that is why. So Vyasadeva understood that how great my son is. So Paramahamsa, right? So Sukadev Goswami. So he is not an ordinary person. In Padma Purana, in some other scriptures it is mentioned that during the time of Rajasuya sacrifice, Draupadi is in charge of distributing prasadam. So whenever 1 lakh brahmanas were fed, they would ring the bell. They would ring the bell. Like that, throughout the day, bell was ringing. Bell was ringing. One day, when early in the morning, all of them, they assembled. Draupadi, Krishna, Arjuna, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhima and all that. So suddenly, bell started ringing in the prasadam hall. So everybody was shocked. So early in the morning, how come, how many lakhs of brahmanas are being fed? Because for every time 1 lakh brahmanas are fed, they were ringing the bell. Now the bell was constantly ringing. So they all rushed. What happened? What happened? And immediately they found, then they didn't understand, because prasadam was not being distributed, but the bell was ringing. So what happened? What happened? Then, क्या है तुम लोग? Can't you keep it on silent? Some, etiquette, Bhagavatam class. Etanme samshayam Krishna cheta nahi upapadyate. Arjuna asked, no, my dear Krishna, unless you only can release all the doubts, clear all the doubts. That's why I am surrendering to you. Then he said, okay, what is this? What is happening? Then he said, there is one great devotee, Sukadev Goswami, right? Sukadeva. He took a little bit of kanji. Kanji, Andhra, South Indians we know. Kanji, kanji? Huh? Anyway, all of you know kanji? Huh? When you cook the rice, water comes. You go there, Kundapur, Ayurvedic. Somebody wanted to go, no? Somebody was asking. Kundapur, Ayurvedic. So one day they give you kanji. That is the diet. Huh? Huh? Huh. Hell, thoda salt do kam se kam. They give you kanji. That is all. Anyway, so Sukadev Goswami took kanji. So then why the bell was ringing constantly? Because this Sukadev Goswami is equal to millions of brahmanas. Millions. That is why the bell was constantly ringing. So that is the level of Sukadev Goswami. So, in Padma Purana, it is mentioned that he who worships the Lord pleases all living entities. All moving and non-moving beings are controlled by him. So that is why when Sukadev Goswami was going, even the trees have lamented. Oh my son, oh my son. That is why they echoed. So Jiva Goswami, in this regard, Jiva Goswami says that Krishna only echoed, Krishna only made the sound, it seems. Oh my son, oh my son. So, this word Tanmaya, have you heard any time? Tanmaya? Huh? Gaurav? Huh? Tanmaya? Right? So, when a person is attached to something, he is said to be Tanmaya. Tanmaya ho gaya. Means he became, right? When you are watching a movie, you became, Tanmaya ho gaya. Right? Tanmaya. Like that. Just like if somebody is very attached to women, he is called Strimaya. Right? Strimaya. Like that, Tanmaya. So, another meaning of Tanmaya, Tat Maya. Tat means Krishna. So Tanmaya means he became somebody who becomes absorbed in Krishna. He is Tanmaya. One another meaning. Tanmaya means he is attached to something. So like that. So it is mentioned. That is why. Nadati Utkanto Kvachit Vilajja Nityati Kvachit Kvachit Tanmaya Chinta. Prahlad Maharaj, he is described like that. Kvachit tad bhavana yukta tanmayo anuchakaraha. Prahlad Maharaj is described because he became Tanmaya. He started acting like Krishna. The gopis also, after the before Gopi Geet, they started acting like Krishna. Somebody is killing Putana, another is, they became Tanmaya. Right? So, our goal is that we should become Tanmaya. Now we are Manmaya. Strimaya, Cricket Maya, Dhanmaya. Children Maya. Santanmaya, right? Here pura Santanmaya. But we are anything other than Tanmaya. My request is, at least for some time in a day, you become Tanmaya. Right? At least half an hour, 1 hour at least. Don't think about your children. Don't think about your business. Don't think about, anything else except only Krishna. Right? For that you have to read Bhagavatam. So, last word you see, Sarvabhuta Hridayam. Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi. Sukadev Goswami entered the hearts of everybody. So, Sutta Goswami is praying that let Sukadev Goswami enter my heart and mind also, so that I can speak Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that before reading Bhagavatam, one must remember this verse. Before speaking Bhagavatam, one can remember this verse. So that is why some speakers, they say these two verses, this verse and next verse, they recite these two verses before speaking Bhagavatam. So you can actually remember, please pray to Sukadev Goswami that please enter my heart also and make me understand Bhagavatam. Right? Bhagavatam is not it's a ordinary literature, right? Very difficult to understand. So when Sukadev Goswami will reveal it to us, it will become easy to understand, right? So I don't know. I know it's difficult. Every time I say, remember this verse and remember that verse.
So many verses here.
Yesterday I was giving class. One more thing I told. Every day read Krishna book. So one devotee asked, Prabhuji, you told us to remember Dhruva Maharaj's prayers. Then you told us to memorize Gopi Geet. You told us to recite Venu Geet. Now you are telling us to read Krishna book. Like every time in the class you tell something. I said, yeah. Okay? Is it clear? The verse is clear? Huh? Yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayana virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayato taravo abhinedus tam sarvabhuta hrudayam munimanatosmi. Right? So before reading Srimad Bhagavatam, offer prayer to Sukadev Goswami, requesting him to enter the heart, right? So that the meaning of Bhagavatam will be revealed. So he is like a super soul. You know who enters everybody's heart? Right? Super soul. Like that, Prabhupada also, he's like that. Right? So many people, they revealed that Prabhupada knows what is there in my heart. Right? Like that. So next verse. Light come. Yasvanubhavam akilashruti saramekam adhyatma deepam ati titirshatam tamo andhan samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam tam vyasasunam upayami gurum muninam. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, the spiritual master of all the sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who out of his great compassion for those great gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest region of material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having personally assimilated it by experience. There is no point Prabhupada is writing. All of us have this experience, right? Unless Prabhupada says, we don't understand. What is that? We are suffering in this material world. Right? Everybody is suffering in this material world. Everybody is struggling. Right? What did Prabhupada say? Struggle for? Struggle for existence. Darwin said. Then what did he say? Survival of the fittest. What did Prabhupada say? Nobody is fit enough to survive. Right? Prabhupada, somebody asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, why mortality rate is very high in India? Prabhupada, what did Prabhupada reply? Mortality is same everywhere, 100%. Right? Everybody has to die. Like that. So there is no point in arguing that a materialistic man can be happy. No materialistic creature, be he the great Brahma or an insignificant ant, can be happy. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. Therefore, the materialistic world is called the darkest region of God's creation. And the unhappy materialist can get out of it simply by desiring to get out. Very iconic words. Right? How to get out of this world? Huh? Simply by desiring. All of you can discuss for 2-3 minutes amongst each other. 2 people. That what all sufferings we undergo in this world. How to get out of this? हाँ, एसी ऑफ करना थोड़ा. इधर ही बंद हो जाता है, ये बंद कर दो इधर. योर नोट्स शिवानी, किसी को पकड़ो. Suffering, what all suffering you are undergoing? Okay, done? हो गया? Who can? Gaurav, say. Don't speak philosophy. Threefold measure is 4, all that.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, I was discussing anybody who is married know how the suffering is. So we are very well versed with the suffering to daily activity. Second thing, I was telling him that coming here to the class only, getting auto and signal, and I was calling up with Janujit Prabhu that we have to reach on time. So it was a suffering, but listening and sitting in your class and hearing about Krishna's Katha, it's so blissful. So that was the desire and that has been fulfilled.
one person went to doctor. He said, "Doctor, लंबी आयु का के लिए कोई दवा दे दीजिए." Then that doctor told, "Get married." क्या लाभ है उससे? उससे दो लाभ है. एक है लंबी आयु का डिजायर खत्म हो जाएगा. दूसरा है जो बचा है वो बहुत लंबी लगने लगी. हाँ, नेक्स्ट. हाँ.
Hare Krishna. We both have listed out a few things. First of all, health is a major stress factor.
Health.
Yes.
हाँ.
And then stress of business, then is another factor. Then loss of loved ones also gives us a lot of. Then expectations from the loved ones also gives us a lot of stress.
Very good. What is the solution?
No solution.
हाँ?
Hare Krishna. Tongue is the biggest problem.
कौन सा?
Tongue.
Tongue.
Tongue. It has
Hare.
two business. One is to vibrate and one is to taste. Both sides we have a problem.
Okay. हाँ. इधर इधर.
Mostly we suppose to three things like Adi Bhautik.
ना, don't philosophy मत बोलो. What is your present suffering?
Too many things like balancing my spiritual life and my job life, everything I have to manage. So that is the biggest suffering for me.
Yeah. What's your name, Mataji? First time, I think. Huh? You want to say something? Anyone else? Anyone else? बोलिए, ladies. You want to say something?
So, physically, as Prabhu said, sometimes your health does not support, sometimes stress is also an emotional factor, so mentally you're not in a good space. Spiritually you want to do so many things, but, because of situations you cannot do it. Balancing the material obligations, so all that causes a lot of suffering.
Relationships, right? Mostly. Prabhupada said, married life, man is good, woman is good, but the combination is not good. So, Prabhupada writes in third canto Bhagavatam, the relation between man and woman is very, very complicated. Right? So, relationships problems. Right? Then nowadays, people are losing jobs. Right? Everywhere they are laying off people. अरे एसी ऑफ नहीं किया तुम लोग? तुम लोग के एसी ऑफ करना नहीं आता है? What is that?
जब भी सुबह उठते हैं सोचता है कि आज ऑफिस जाना है, तो इज मोस्ट इरिटेटिंग पार्ट. It's actually a suffering.
Yeah, Monday blues, you have to see the face of the boss. क्या बोलता है, all boss is always right, they say, but they're always crazy. Right? Boss is always crazy.
We try
closest thing, but ultimately nothing is in our control.
very good.
We have to surrender it.
बहुत क्या नाम है आपका?
Avadgar.
हाँ?
Avadgar.
Avadgar.
Avad?
Garg.
Garg. Very good. See? This is, we all try to control things, but actually nothing is in our control. Very good point. Very good. So this words is spoken by Vritrasura to Indra, because Indra was hesitating. Then he said, Yata narimayi mruga, Yata patramayi, Yata darumayi nari, Yata patramayi mruga. Evam bhutani magavan isha tantrani viddibho. He says, just like a Katputli is controlled by the doll, in the same way, all of us, we are controlled by Krishna. So, we think that we are the controller, but actually we don't have any control over anybody, anything. We are controlled by Kala. Good.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes we feel the present is perfect, we have no problem, but sometimes we worry too much about the future. So, in my experience, like after attending your regular classes, you repeatedly say that chanting 16 rounds, you need at least some pages of Bhagavatam. I think that is the solution, because that helps to at least bring this thought to control to some extent.
Yeah, because sarvam Bhishma Dev says, sarvam kalakritam manye bhavatanchayad apriyam. Right? He says, sapalo vasheloko vayuriva ghanavali. Just like these clouds are thrown away, controlled by the Vayu, in the same way all the worlds are controlled by the Kala. Sarvam kalakritam manye. So now you don't worry. So if Kala decides something and delivers to us, we can't. Like a pizza boy, they have competition to deliver on time. Like that, Kala also delivers on time, right? Some morning time, some distress has to come. You can't tell Kala, please give in the evening time. Right now I am busy, right? So exact time, Kala delivers. So very good point. We think that we are the controller. So what is the solution? Simply desire. Note it down. Simply desire to get out. But we don't desire. Prabhupada says, we are hoping against the hope. Nobody is happy, but I think I'll be happy. I will try. Nobody, but there are so many people who are very, very successful businessmen. They are not happy. But we think that if I become successful businessman, I'll be happy. But that is an illusion. So that is why Sutta Goswami is saying, because people are suffering, this is, Prabhupada explained very nicely in the lecture on this verse, that this whole world is a dark place. Just like a coconut, Prabhupada giving this example. Coconut, inside the coconut, it's all darkness. Right? Then he is saying that half of the coconut is filled with water. Then outside there is light. In the same way, this material world is like a coconut shell. And then inside there, half of it is water. On that Garbhodaksa Vishnu is there. And then everything is dark. That is why you need sunlight, you need moonlight and all. But outside in the spiritual world, there is no need of sun, moon and electricity and all. Natat bhashite suryo, na shashanko, na pavakaha, yadgatvan nivartante, tadhama paramamama. Right? So, in order to drive away the darkness of this material world, especially samsarinam karunaya, the third line, samsarinam karunaya, to show the mercy on samsaris. Right? Sukadev Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavatam. that Tamvyasa Sunam Upayami Guru Muninam. In this world, Prabhupada is writing, a camel enjoys eating twigs, thorns. Actually, it is mixed with his own blood. Right? And Prabhupada quoted, ladies will become angry, but दिन में डाकनी रात में भागनी कौन चूसे क्या, something like that is there. So in order to satisfy your wife and children, the man has to work hard, right? Early in the morning you leave, then rush trains, trains full of rush, then so many obstacles for earning money. So in this world, earning money is not easy, right? For most of the people. For some people it is okay, but for most of the people, earning money is not very easy. So Prabhupada says, some people, they work, they go to the army, and in the minus 40, 50 degrees centigrade, they lie down there to protect the borders just for money. If they have any other option, nobody has, Desh Bhakti or Desh Seva or anything, It is just for the money they have to go. Like Prabhupada said, like some of you, Prabhupada said, these people, they go on the ship, in the middle of the ocean. There is so much danger. But for earning money, you have to go, right? There is no other alternative. Like that, these people, they work in the factories and constructing the roads, right? That is why Prabhupada very nicely described Pravarga and Apavarga. Anybody knows? Pravarga means? Papa, Baba, Ma. Gaurav? Pa? Papa, Baba, Ma. Anybody knows? Papa, Baba, Ma. This is our material life. Pa means Parishrama. Right? Fa means Fena. Ba means Vyartha. Bha, Bhaya. Ma, Mrityu. Right? Everybody in this world, one has to work hard. Right? 7-5, Churchgate local, running. Right? Most of the people. Yeah? Prabhupada was surprised. People come from Canada to America every day to work, If you go to, anybody gone to Chicago? Chicago, there is a lake. Chicago Lake, other side, Canada. So they come every day by flight. Some people, they could drive, Prabhupada was surprised. They come from one country to another country to work every day. So, Parishram, you have to work hard. So when you work hard, what happens? When the Godas, they work hard, Fena, comes, right? So all the men, they perspire, working hard, they perspire. If you see all these road construction people and all. And then all these businessmen, they are intellectually tired, right? Because they have to tax their brain all the time. What's up? Sometimes we call people, some businessmen, they don't answer the phone. But then answer, Prabhuji, I'm very, very sorry. I'm very busy. I could not answer a call. I understand. So they are very busy. They don't have time. Then wife is fighting. He's I know one couple. The business, he's very busy in the meeting, and then he cut off her phone. बाप रे, मेरा फोन कट कर दिया, अरे इतना इम्पोर्टेंट मीटिंग है, राइट, फाइटिंग, क्या करें, अरे फॉर यू ओनली आई एम वर्किंग हार्ड, हस्बैंड सेज, अरे मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, आई वांट योर टाइम, लाइक दैट दे फाइट, हस्बैंड वाइफ, है ना कि नहीं? आई एम जस्ट इमेजिनिंग, क्या? Only after the age of 40, 45, wife says, work hard. Tang mat karo. Tang mat karo, mere paas. Right? Because she is busy with her own thing, studies, children study and all. Then Fena, and then after working hard and all, everything becomes waste, vyartha. Then bhaya, fear of losing everything. And then ultimately, mrityu. So Prabhupada says, apavarga. Krishna consciousness is apavarga, opposite to pravarga. Right? So, in order to बार बार बंद हो जाता है For some people, Srimad Bhagavatam causes deepam, revealing of the jiva, who controls adi, the elements of the body. So this refers to the secondary result of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is liberation for some people. But Akilashruti Saramekam, for devotees, Srimad Bhagavatam contains the essence of all scriptures. So what is the essence of all scriptures? Krishna Bhakti. Essence of all, right? We are studying, right? What is the second question? What is the essence of all scriptures? So essence of all scriptures is devotional service. Right? Anybody remembers the verse every time I quote? Bhagavan Brahmaka Sneha Trin Anvikshana Manishaya Ed Adyavasto Kutasto Rati Atmanam Yato Bhavet. Lord Brahma studied all the scriptures which is containing 1 billion verses, 100 crores verses in Brahmaloka 3 times. That is why he is known as Manishina, most intelligent person. So he concluded that the most beneficial activity for all living entities, the essence of all scriptures, is to perform loving devotional service to Krishna. Attain love for Priti, Rati Atmanam Yato Bhavet. Rati, we should develop love for Krishna. So that is the essence of all scriptures. This is concluded by Brahma. Right? So, like that. So that is why, even though Sukadev Goswami parinishtopi nairgunya, because he is fixed in Brahman, impersonal Brahman, but uttama shloka leelaya grihita cheta rajashe akhyatman yad aditvan. So this is, he himself spoke in second canto, second chapter, that even though I am fixed in Brahman, I became attracted to uttama shloka pastimes, uttama shloka leelaya. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is containing in the beginning the pastimes of all incarnations, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Anybody knows that verse? Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Ekeha Kurunandana. So Vishwanath Chakravarti, Prabhupada, they say that in order to study Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to be Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Right? Your intelligence should be fixed. So for that, you have to study 9 cantos Bhagavatam. So that is why Sukadev Goswami, after seeing that Parikshit Maharaj was fixed in intelligence, he spoke 10th canto Bhagavatam. That is one of the first, I think, second verse of 10th canto. So that is why Sukadev Goswami described Parikshit Maharaj as Rajarshi Uttama, because his intelligence is fixed. Prabhupada writes that Svanubhavam means one should have the experience, one should have realized Srimad Bhagavatam. First word is Yasvanubhavam. Yasvanubhavam. Svanubhavam means one he has realized Bhagavatam. right? Who can tell how Sukadev Goswami became attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam? Who can narrate the pastime? Give the mic. Narrate the pastime.
Vyasdev taught his disciples some of the shlokas from Bhagavatam and asked them to go and jungle and recite them. So all the disciples they went and they were reciting few verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sukadev Goswami was there in the forest, and when he heard these verses, he was so attracted and he asked them, who is the composer?
Which verse? Bolo?
Varhapedam Natavarvapu Karnayoth Karnikaram Vibradvasah Kanakapisham Vaijayanti Chamadam Randran Vedam
Adar Sudam Apuriyan.
Gopavande Vrindaranyan Swapataramana.
You know this verse?
Gita4youth.
Very good.
He was attracted by these shlokas and by those are described.
Other verse? You know?
Ahobakiyam Sarkara.
अहोबक्यं स्तनकालकूटं जिगां सहायपायकप्य सादरी लेभे गतिरातुसन्ततु अन्यं कम्मदयालुशनं भजेमाम्.
These are the verses which are describing Krishna's beauty and his qualities, and he was so attracted that I want to know further what are the.
Yeah, he asked, where from this shlokas? So you say Purushottam, right? Your name is Purushottam? Say this verse.
Barha Pindam Natavarvapu Karnayo Karnikarikam Vipradvasas Kanakapisham Vajayantim Chamalam Randhran Veno Dharasudaya Puriyan Gopavande Vrindaranam Swapadaranam Pravishad Gita4youth.
Very nice. How did you know? Very good. This is the advantage of taking birth in devotee's family, no? Otherwise, nowadays they teach, all this pyar kiya to darna ka. Shivani was asking, what is the, how this, child born to Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt, what is the, I said, what must be the past life? I said, Mahapapi hoga. Right? Daru pina, sab sikhayenge. Huh? Right? They will teach, drinking alcohol. I know some families, they drink, all the mother, father, children, daughter, son, everybody, they sit together and they take a peg, especially in Goa and other places. Huh? Yeah. So, but devotees, right from the beginning, right? Barha Pidam Natavarvapuhu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibradvashah Kanakakapisham Vaijayanti Chamalam Randran Veno Radarsudam Apurayan Gopavinde Vrindaranyam Swapadarmanam Pravishad Gita4youth. So this is a verse from 10th canto, 21st chapter. All of you should by heart this verse and meditate on Krishna's form. Learn this meaning of this verse and then think of the Krishna's beautiful form. Right? One day Krishna will appear in your heart. So yesterday I was saying, Bhagavatam, Vishnu Chakravarti says in Personified Vedas purport that neophyte devotees who are trying to meditate on the form of the Lord, but they do very haphazardly, and they are incapable of meditating. They cannot concentrate properly. But their Krishna reciprocates with their, even with their failed efforts. You know, Krishna reciprocates because my devotee is trying to meditate upon me. So then Krishna responds and appears in his heart. Right? So some of the verses, you should learn, or at least learn the translation. How Krishna is Baraha Pidam Natavara Vaphu Karnikaram. Right? He is wearing peacock fan on his, and then he is wearing Natavara Vaphu. He is dressed himself like a dancing actor. Natavara Vaphu. Karnayo Karnikaram. He has Karnikara flower only in one ear. So Prabhupada says that he shows, he's declaring his youthfulness, madness of youthfulness. Youth, like some of these people, they have, piercing in one ear and all that, like that. Karnayo Karnikaram. Vibrad Vashaha Kanaka Kapisham. He's always, he's wearing a yellow Pitambar Vastra, and then when the sun rays fall on the Pitambar Vastra, they reflect and they create a very beautiful hue. Right? Vibradvashaha Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayanti Chimalam. Then he is 5 colors of flowers garland. It's called 5, Vaijayanti garland. It creates like rainbow, yellowish garland. Then peacock fan, greenish peacock fan, then orange turban, and 5 colors, garland. It's like as if like a rainbow is walking. Vibradvasha Kanakakapisham Vaijinchit Randran Venur Adarsudam Apuriyan Gopavindar. He is filling the holes of the flute with this nectar from his lips, and the flute became very proud and declaring to the gopis that I am stealing the treasure of that belongs to you. He is teasing the gopis. I became successful, for which I am getting it, for which you are always hankering. Chandran Venur Adarsudam Apuriyan Gopavindayar. He is surrounded by the gopas. Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam. He is decorating the forest of Vrindavan with his footprints of his lotus feet. Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam. Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. So he is singing also. He is playing the flute. Iti Venuravam Rajan Sarvabhutam Manoharam Shrutva Vrajastriye Sarve Varnayanto Bhire. So his Venuganam, he is pleasing to all the Sarvabhutas, to all the living entities. So when Sukadev Goswami heard this wonderful description, he became because of his Swanubhavam, because of his personal assimilation of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, he became prominent, superior to even Narad Muni and Vedavyas. That is why he became Guru even to Sukadev Goswami and even to Narad Muni and Vyasadev. That's why they sat and heard Bhagavatam from him. That is the meaning of Yas Swanubhavam Akilashruti Saram Ekam. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says Ekam means this explanation made Sukadev Goswami superior to all the sages. So Ekam means incomparable, without a second. So he became Guru to Narada and Vedavyas also. That is where they sat and listened to Bhagavatam. That is why Guru Muni Nam means he became a Guru to all the Munis. So did you understand this verse? Any doubts? So Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat. So what is Jayam? What is Jayam? Anybody understand? Anybody remembers? AC ऑन करना पड़ेगा. Jayam? Jayam means? Huh? Huh? What is the meaning of Jayam? I didn't ask for translation. Jayam means, all the scriptures before reciting, one is advised to recite this verse. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraya. So Jayam means the scripture that gives you knowledge to conquer birth, death, old age and disease. That is called Jayam. Because Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to conquer birth, death, old age and disease, that is why it is called Jayam. So Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat. So because Vedavyas Muni was staying in this Badrinath, he was writing Bhagavatam there. So the Adhisthana Devata of Badrinath is Naranarayan Rishi. Right? That is why he is so Adhisthana Devata of Srimad Bhagavatam is Naranarayan Rishi. That is why he said Narayanam Namaskrityam. And then the object of this Bhagavatam, the worshipable deity, is Purushot Narottama. This Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayanam Namaskrityam, Naram Chaiva Narottamam. And then Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Jiva Goswami says that first this Bhagavatam was spoken by Naranarayan Rishi to Narad Muni. Narad Muni spoke to Vedavyas Muni. Vedavyas Muni spoke to Saraswati Devi. Like that, it came. So that is why he is this Saraswati. Vishwanath Thakur says Saraswati Devi is not this material Saraswati Devi. There is one Saraswati Devi in spiritual world. So he is offering obeisance to that Saraswati Devi, like that. And then Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. So then Vyasadev. Right? Tato Jayam Udirayat. Then the Bij mantra is Omkar. Because Bhagavatam started with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then Gayatri is the meter, Chandas. Because in the first verse it is Gayatri mantra, meaning is mentioned. Right? So this is the meaning of this verse. Right? How many of you know? Right? Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat. मुनयः साधुपृष्टोऽहं भवद्भिर्लोकमङ्गलं यत्कृतः कृष्णसम्प्रश्नो येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are relevant to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Right? What is the Shreya? What is satisfying to the soul? The first question they asked. So he is saying whatever question you asked, it is very, very relevant question Because it is connected to Krishna. Prabhupada writes in the purport that the birds are asking questions. Where is the food? Where is the food? As soon as men and women they get up, they ask questions. Right? In courts they ask questions. Lawyers are asking questions. In stock market they are asking questions. What is the price today? What is the price today? Chartered accountant, the association, they are asking questions. Right? Husband and wife, they are asking questions to each other. In the schools and colleges, they ask questions. So everywhere they ask questions, but they are not asking the real question. So the real question is should be connected to Krishna. That answers to that question will satisfy the soul. Right? All other questions, they become irrelevant. Right? They become irrelevant. So, Prabhupada is saying that is why in the beginning, without offering Mangalacharana prayers, whatever we do, it becomes useless because we will not get success. That is why in the beginning, Vandeham Shri Guru, Shri Yuta Padakamalam, Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha, Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamscha. Like every time we chant this verse, right? Anybody knows the meaning? Anybody knows? Yeah?
All Vaishnavas. Guru. Vandeham Sri Guru, Sri Yuta Padakamalam, Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha, Sri Rupa. These 6 Goswamis he is offering obeisance. Sri Rupam, Rupa Goswami, and Sagrajatam is Sri Sanatana Goswami. Sahagana Raghunathanvitam, this is Raghunatha Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and all the 6 Goswamis he is offering obeisance. Then Panchatattva, Sadvaitam, Savadantam, Parijana. So Advaita Acharya and Bhagavatam Pandit, Nityananda Prabhu, and Srivas and all. And he is offering obeisance to Srimad Radharani and Krishna.
Very nice. Sagrajatam means Sanatana Goswami. Then Sadvaitam means Advaita Acharya. Then Avaduta means Nityananda Prabhu. Like that. So this is systematically Prabhupada very nicely explained on the lecture on this verse. So you can read. So Prabhupada, so we should actually offer this prayer every time we read Bhagavatam. Right? We offer prayer. We should learn Bhagavatam in a prayerful mood. Oh, I am very fallen. Please reveal the secrets of Srimad Bhagavatam. शायद लेक्चर इधर ही अरेंज करो प्रसाद. They don't have a lecture here, right? They have a combined youth lecture. Okay. Is it clear? So we should offer prayer. Before chanting Hare Krishna, we should offer prayer. Before reading Bhagavatam, we should offer prayer. So in a prayerful mood, we should study Bhagavatam. Right? That is very important. Then Bhagavatam will reveal. We don't, there is something called revelation, there is something called information. So when we read now, we get information. But we need a revelation. Okay? So next week, we'll have a class, we will explain few verses. Then 6:30 to 7, next week we'll have a small quiz. Don't too much, ज़्यादा tension मत लेना. Whatever I taught you, you just revise the notes. Now, Janudvi Prabhu very nicely made all the lectures YouTube, playlist. So if you want, you can hear also. Or whatever notes you made, just go through. Like, what are the 6 attributes or 7 attributes of absolute truth? What are the characters of Bhagavatam, second verse? Like that. What are the 6 questions? What is the difference between pure devotee and Ganga? What is the difference between pure devotee and Ganga? Who can tell?
So, in order to purify ourselves, we have to take regular bath. But once you even thinking about a pure devotee, you automatically get purified.
Very good. That like this, simple questions only. There will be no essay type questions. Just quiz. Yeah. Prepare so that, remember, spiritual life means memory. If you forget, you cannot progress in spiritual. Note, make a note. So there is a playlist you can, those who have missed. जिसका सबसे कम मार्क्स आते हैं उसको फीस्ट स्पॉन्सर करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Hey. So till the time Prasad comes, you can discuss what are the practical, realization. How will you apply this practically in your life? These 4-5 verses. Discuss and let us have. Okay? Hare Krishna. Who can share? Who wants to share first? Bolo, Anil? Mic do.
Realizing that this is the darkest region of this God's creation, so we should desire to get out of this.
Yeah.
So the Bhagavatam reading is very important.
Very good. What else? Anyone else? बोलो, शिवानी बोलो. इसको दो पीछे माइक.
So currently we are all done now.
Huh?
Currently we are all done now, and what we should aspire is to become Tatmaya. That means absorb in Krishna. So at least dedicate 1 hour in the entire day for
Very good. Anyone? Anything else? Yeah, Krishna Vedikar.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. When we divide our time in a graph paper, one column is most urgent, most important, most urgent, least important, least urgent, least important, and other thing. So what we do, we keep our spiritual activities in least important, least urgent, and all other material activities in most urgent and others. So when we shift from least urgent, least to most urgent, most important, and daily when we do this habit, regularly we can read Srimad Bhagavatam daily, and we can do our prescribed rounds daily. So along with rounds, we should keep daily some specific time for Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is my practical, I think.
Very good. Anyone else? Yeah.
This is in continuation of Anil Prabhu, whatever he has told. As rightly Sri Prabhupada says, we don't have any capacity, we can't do anything. At least you can desire, right? So we have to get rid of this. So if you keep on desiring, one day definitely there is a chance. And for this, to have this desire to become successful in this, you need the mercy of all the Gurus. Without them, it is not possible. That is why when we start our day, take blessings from all the Acharyas and our Guru Parampara, so with that Mangalacharan, every day. We have to start our day.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Bhagavatam is the answer for the entire Bhagavatam is the answer for the 6 questions raised by the sages. And the second chapter deals with the 3 major points. Abhideya, which is
Abhideya.
Abhideya, Prema, and Prayojana. So Abhideya is Bhakti, Prayojana is Prema, and the object of worship is dear Lord Shri Krishna. And the second point I would like to imbibe is before we read Bhagavatam, we should read these 2 clauses, 1.2.2 and 1.2.3, and we should pray Sukadev Goswami that please come in my heart and then reveal the substance of Bhagavatam so that I can understand.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Very good. Anyone else? बोलो उज्ज्वला माता जी.
Hare Krishna. We should be afraid of Maya.
हाँ.
And we should also pray before reading Bhagavatam to Sukadev Goswami to enter our heart and give us realizations to reveal the Bhagavatam.
Very good. Anyone else? Anybody wants to explain Narayanam Namaskrityam verse? Huh?
Narayana Namaskritam, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswati Vatsam, Tato Jayate. I pay obeisances to Lord Narayana and Narayana, the perfect human being, Srila Vyasadeva, and Mother Saraswati.
No. Explanation. Anyway, you should remember, who is Narnarayan Rishi?
Okay.
Who is Narnarayan Rishi? Adhishtan Devata of Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? And then Purusha. Narottama, Krishna, is the object of worshipable deity in Bhagavatam. Then Vyasadeva, who wrote the Bhagavatam, Saraswati Devi. And then Omkar is the Bij Mantra. And then Gayatri is the meter. Please remember, Narayanam Namaskrityam. What is Jayam? What is that? Yeah. Birthday told legend. Okay, Hare Krishna.
His grace Ram Prabhu ki